Wings would quickly become one of the fastest growing creators on the platform, and with such he began to gain the attention of other large Call of Duty YouTubers, specifically one by the name of WoodysGamertag.
Hi, this is Woody, the unexceptional gamer, and I make Call of Duty videos designed to help my unexceptional brethren do better in the game.
WoodysGamertag had begun YouTube at around the same time as Wings, and in order for them to share their audience with one another, they would begin to post dual commentary videos.
Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and I'm doing a dual com with Wings of Redemption today.
Also starting a podcast together by the name of Painkiller Already, or PKA for short.
Hello guys, this is Painkiller Already, and I'm your host, Jordy Jordan, aka known as Wings of Redemption, for anybody else who can't put two and two together.
In this podcast, Wings would continue with his strong opinions and unapologetic attitude on topics relating to Call of Duty. However, with such, would also begin to gain a reputation as a guy who would
I do rush, not rush. I don't post videos, I don't promote that kind of play.
Respond to those who shared differing opinions. While Wings' goal was to subdue the negative feedback by responding to it, it instead seemed to amplify it, as his audience noticed that the best way to get attention from Wings was to simply leave a negative comment, which Wings often struggled to ignore. In addition to this, Wings would begin to show his face more regularly in his videos, prompting negative comments in relation to his weight. However, despite clearly being on the heavier side, his subscriber count was mediated by his gameplay rather than his physical appearance, and by August 2011, Wings of Redemption had peaked as the 281st most subscribed channel on all of YouTube, with a little over 300,000 subscribers, and for all intents and purposes, Wings of Redemption's YouTube channel seemed to be chugging along just fine. That would be until the 67th episode of the Painkiller Already podcast, where the tragedy of Wings of Redemption would really set into motion after one of, if not the most notorious Call of Duty events in YouTube history. To spice things up on this episode of the podcast, Woody and Wings would invite another streamer and YouTuber on by the name of Syndicate, who Woody described to be
the best Call of Duty Zombies player on the planet.
Possibly feeling subconsciously threatened by Syndicate's channel and Call of Duty skill, Wings was, quote, wildly disrespectful to Syndicate throughout the stream.
I could put up a fight against, in like COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, World at War, but then throw me against Black Ops.
You would get destroyed in World at War. I have never lost.
In addition to this, Wings would go ahead and state that
he says that he'd be much better at zombies on his first game. He doesn't even play zombies, but if he were to, he'd be much better than the best player on the planet.
In order to settle the dispute, Wings and Syndicate would agree to 1v1 each other in multiplayer.
What, you wanna go M16s on Bog right now?
That could go. I'd do it for the fun of it. I'd go for it.
Let's do it.
So what map are we playing?
With game rules that favored Wings as opposed to Syndicate.
He lays it all out there, so it's to his advantage.
Just to top it all off, the match was hosted on USA servers, favoring Wings and giving Syndicate a massive disadvantage due to lag as he was located in the UK. There was no way that Wings could possibly lose this match, as the odds were completely stacked in his favor, or so he thought. The winner would be the first player to reach 30 kills, or whoever had the most kills at the 10-minute mark. After 9 minutes of intense back and forth, Syndicate had 13 kills, while Wings only had 9 with less than a minute remaining. Realizing that there was no way he could catch up, Wings would announce that,
yeah, I probably won't be on Painkiller Already again.
Which was followed by events that I think are best experienced by simply watching the real footage.
Wings, did you spawn in?
I broke my controller.
You broke your controller?
Yeah, keep laughing, you.
Wow! Jesus!
Why the you stream that shit?
It was your idea.
No, I didn't say stream it.
In front of 7,000 live viewers after hours of trash
That's
talk,
a lot of
Wings
people.
was humiliated with 9 kills as opposed to Syndicate's 14. Jordy's reaction led his audience to realize one simple thing. Wings of Redemption was not this famous Call of Duty hero who took a romantic risk by starting YouTube. No, he was an immature man-child who happened to catch the Call of Duty YouTube wave while living on unemployment. The difference between his online persona and true personality had finally
at a time,
shone
that's fucking
through.
massive.
In case Wings' reputation hadn't deteriorated enough already, this was really only the beginning. Syndicate will post a screenshot to his Twitter the following day, displaying a conversation in which Wings had requested that they play again in a fixed match, where Syndicate would let Wings win with the goal of restoring Jordy's reputation.
What's saying you? I didn't do what he said. I'm watching the video, bitch.
In case Wings' reputation hadn't deteriorated enough already, this was really only the beginning. Syndicate will post a screenshot to his Twitter the following day, displaying a conversation in which Wings had requested that they play again in a fixed match, where Syndicate would let Wings win with the goal of restoring Jordy's reputation. The screenshot would end with Syndicate stating, "You want to come out on top of this situation, you just made it 10 times worse," as well as, "No way, Wings, you just blew it big time." Wings' videos would then begin to fill with comments regarding his childish...
Guys, I promise, guys, listen. Yes, yesterday, guys, I wasn't paid to lose to give them the guys. I'm telling you guys, it wasn't fixed. I was trying my best. I'm not kidding. I was trying my best the whole time, guys. I'm telling you guys.
Reaction to the loss. However, rather than rectifying it by stating that the syndicate won fair and square, Wings would paint himself as the victim of the situation, stating that the reason he didn't win the match was because Woody hadn't set the rules correctly. In addition to this, he would upload videos talking about the many problems that he'd been dealing with, uploaded with the assumed goal of garnering sympathy from his viewer base.
There'd been so much stress with sub box breaking, the view count thing, the losing the 1v1, all the haters, all the loss of subs. I've actually gained 20 pounds because all I've been doing is worrying and eating, worrying and eating.
The problem was that attempting to garner sympathy ended up having the opposite effect on his reputation, as the approval seeking did nothing but display his overwhelming lack of confidence. This lack of personal confidence also began to manifest itself in videos where Wings would talk about his weight, stating that he had gained approximately 100 pounds from comfort eating since his reputation began to decline. In order to combat this, Wings would move in with a newer member of the PKA podcast, Kyle, where Kyle would act as his personal trainer, giving him an exercise routine and cooking him healthy food for every single meal. Kyle had even spent $5,000 to rebuild his shower.
And if he was going to live with me, we would have to put in a new shower. So construction began the next day on a $5,000 shower,
stating that it would have been too small for Wings to fit in. However, despite Kyle putting in an incredible effort to help Wings, after only a week, Wings had requested to leave. Kyle convinced him to stay for another 3 weeks, leaving after having lost an impressive 40 pounds.
Was that actually
Upon
Russia?
returning home, Geordie would hire a personal trainer. However, problematically, given his lack of discipline and the return to his old environment, Wings would gain the weight back in the few weeks following his return home. Despite having left Kyle's house, this wouldn't be the last time that they hung out. Approximately 5 months later, the 3 main members of the PKA podcast, being Woody, Kyle, and Wings, agreed to go on a survival-style camping trip in the woods together. Kyle traveled 3 hours from his house to the location at which they agreed to meet, which was followed by a call to Wings checking to see how far away he was. This would be the point at which Woody and Kyle's continually compassionate attitude towards Wings would finally dissipate.
I'm driving in the night before. Let me give old Wings a call, make sure we're all good to go here, you know. Call him up, say, hey man, get ready to do this thing. I'm driving in now, about 3 hours from the place. What are you up to? He's like, I'm not going. What? What do you mean? I'm not coming.
I've never heard about any of this. This is actually kind of interesting.
When were you going to tell me? I'm telling you right now.
Wings had left Kyle and Woody to camp by themselves, resulting in Wings alienating his final 2 YouTube friends and ultimately being kicked off the PKA podcast.
Yeah, so we've decided, it was a group decision, we decided that Wings of Redemption wasn't going to continue with us on the show for at least the foreseeable future. He's got a lot of stuff that he needs to work out before he's, you know, up to par with what we need from him. You know, he's having a hard time, and he's made some decisions that we didn't feel were so friendly. So for the time being, we're gonna continue without him.
It would then become apparent that Wings was questioning whether or not he wanted to continue as a YouTuber, stating that he would like to quit YouTube. However, the status it provided made such a decision extremely difficult.
I know what I need to do. What I need to do is quit YouTube and move on with my life, but at the same time, this is the high point so far in my life. It's hard to walk away from having access to 50,000 people, basically being able to get advice at any time of the day, any day of the week. Hard to walk away from, you know, being somebody of importance to going back into a world where you're nobody.
However, perhaps the end of Geordie's YouTube channel was out of his control, because by this point, his subscriber count had already begun to decline. The release of Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, as well as the increasing simplicity of creating video content meant that Wings had substantially more competition for the videos that he was creating. With a dying channel and absolutely no one else to turn to, Wings would begin to upload variety videos on games such as Fallout and Final Fantasy in a desperate attempt to slow the death of his channel.